Hello students, in this video we learn about substitution method, a method that is used to solve linear equations in two variables, that is to find out both x and y. So this is the second type of method. The first method that we know is the elimination method. Okay, so let us solve x for x and y using substitution method. And our first problem is x plus y equal to 14 and x minus y equal to 4. So what we'll do is, first we'll mark them as 1 and 2. Next, what we do is, from this equation 1 we can rearrange this equation 1 and we can choose. If we want to, we can keep x on the left hand side and take y on the right hand side, or we can keep y on the left hand side and take x on the right hand side. You can choose. There is no need that you should only keep x on the left hand side and always take y on the right hand side. You can always choose which one you want to take on the left or right, up to you. So in this case what I'll do is, I will keep x on the left hand side. So we can say from equation 1, okay, we say that x is there and we get 14 minus y. Since y goes on the other side, it becomes negative. Okay, now x we get equal to 14 minus y and we mark this as 3. Now what we do is, this 3 will substitute in equation 2. Okay, remember never to, once you get this equation in this form, you have got this from equation 1. Please do not substitute this back into equation 1. Always substitute it in equation 2. What I am trying to say over here is, if you getting this derivative from a particular equation, like for example we have taken this from equation 1. Had we taken from equation 2, please do not put it back into equation 2. Because if you put it back into equation 2, you will get the same thing, okay, and it will be wrong. We are looking to substitute, so do not use the same equation, use another equation. Okay, for example over here, if I had taken this particular equation, okay, like if say for example sake I'm showing you side by side from equation 2. Okay, then I would have taken x, I would have kept on the same side, and y I would have taken on the other side. Since it is negative, it would have become positive. So 4 plus y. Okay, and this I would have marked as 3. Now in this case what I'll do is, I substitute 3 in 2. We have got 3 from 1, so that is why I'm putting 3 into 2. What am I putting? I'm substituting the value of x, this one. So instead of x I write 14 minus y. Okay, and this will remain minus y equal to 4. Do you see what I have done? Instead of x I've put this, okay, because I have said x is equal to this much. So that is why I substitute this into this. Okay, now in case I had taken equation 2, from which I have derived this from equation 2, in case if I had taken from equation 2, then I would have said again substitute 3 but not in 2, in 1. Why? Because I have derived this thing from equation 2. So substitute 3 in 1 and I would have got something like this. So instead of x I put this value 4 plus y equal to 14. Got it? Okay, so if we open this bracket, let's see what we get. Okay, so this is just like saying 14 minus y equal to 4. Minus y and minus y will give you minus 2y. 14 goes on the other side and becomes minus 10. I mean 14 goes on the side, becomes negative. 4 minus 14 gives us minus 10. Okay, sign of the greater number. If you want, I can show it to you. Okay, so this will become 4 minus 14, and we get 4 minus 14 is minus 10. Okay, many times students do a mistake in calculating and getting this thing. Even 4 minus 14 they get as 10. No, always it is the sign of the greater number. Here the greater number is what? 14. So if you want, you can do it as 14 minus 4. Okay, because from 4 you cannot take out 14. Okay, this is mathematical. So you can do it 14 minus 4, but you will not get 10 because the sign of the greater number is minus. So it has to be minus. Only when, in this case, what we are used to doing is 14 minus 4. Again, even over here, we take the sign of the greater number, which is positive. Hence we get plus 10. But over here it is minus 14. So it comes as minus 10, which we have got over here. Now, in case of division, minus sign cancels. 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, and we get y equal to 5. I won't solve that thing, okay, but in place of that, I will just show you. I have told you that do not substitute back into the same equation from which you have derived it. If we substitute, let's see what we get. Okay, let's say now we've got equation 3, and again we put it back into 1. See, we've got this equation from 1. What happens if we put the same equation back into the parent equation from which we have derived this particular equation? So in case if 3 was put in 1, we would have got, in case I would say, if 3 is substituted in 1, what we'll get? So instead of x over here, we'll write it as 14 minus y, this one, and plus y will remain over here, and 14 will come over here. So in place of x, I put this value of x. Okay, so now if I open the bracket, I get 14 minus y plus y equal to 14. Can you see what is coming? Minus y plus y cancels off, and 14 and 14 on the other side is also. Where we are doing this to get a variable. Where are we getting a variable? There is no variable left at all. Neither x is there nor y is there. Did you see what is happening over here? Okay, that is why we need to substitute it in another equation, not the equation from which this particular new equation was derived. Okay, I hope you have understood why we don't separate. So please don't do that mistake of substituting back into the same equation. We have to put it in another one. Now we have got y equal to 5 over here. We'll mark this as 4. Now that we have got y equal to 5, the second part is same as elimination method. Okay, except what we'll do is substitute 4, that is y equal to 5, okay, in this equation, in 3, because we said x is equal to this thing. We put x equal to 14, and instead of y we put minus we put 5. So x we get as 9. 14 minus 5 is 9, and that's how we get our problem. So 5 and 9, got it? And over here, the other confusion sometimes students have, or misconception, is that they always have to have x on the left hand side and substitute x. No, you can keep y on the left hand side and take it as 14 minus x as well, or y over here and minus y it will come, and take it, but only make sure that you do not confuse yourself or complicate yourself. If in some way you can get rid of the minus sign, do it, but don't force it and do something wrong just to get rid of the minus sign. Okay, Do it systematically, do it properly, and you will get your marks. Okay, I hope you have understood. Very easy it is, nothing to worry about. Here there is no elimination, we do not cancel anything over here, unlike the previous. So we don't change signs over here. Got it? So this is our first problem. We get x and y. Our next problem is 3x minus 5y equal to minus 1 and x minus y equal to minus 1. Okay, so once again we'll mark them as 1 and 2. This will be 1 and this will be 2. Now this time I start with this because it looks very easy. Substitution will become easier. This will be, we'll get it in fraction, so I don't want to touch that. I find this as easier, so I'll take it in this. And just to make it to make you understand what I was telling in the previous question, that you can keep even y on the left hand side, just to show you, this time what I'll do is I'll start with equation 2. So from equation 2 I'll say, and what I'll do is I'll keep y on the left hand side. So I'll get minus y, minus 1 will remain here, x which is positive goes on the other side as minus x. Got it? Now since minus sign is common to both of them, so I keep y over here and I take minus sign outside, and this becomes 1 plus x, which can be written as x plus 1 as well. Then we can cancel this out signs and we get y equal to x plus 1, and we mark this as 3. Got it? So in this time, in this equation I'm trying to find out y last. So over here what we'll do is now substitute 3. Again we have taken this one, that means we can't put it back into this. We have derived this equation from equation 2, so we'll have to put it in equation 1. So substitute 3 in 1. So instead of y now, so 3x we leave it that way, we don't touch that, and instead of y, 5y it is. So instead of y we put this value, which is x plus 1 and equal to minus 1. Got it? So we are now substituting the value of y as x plus 1. Now we open the bracket, 3x minus 5 into x minus 5 into x gives us minus 5x, minus 5 into positive 1 gives us minus 5 equal to minus 1. So we keep x on the left hand side, and we'll take the constants on the right hand side. So 3x minus 5x, sign of the greater number is minus 5, so we get minus 2x. Okay, please do not write it as 2x, which is the greater number here, 5. Sign of the greater number is negative, so that is why minus 2x. Minus 5 goes on the other side, becomes positive, so it will be minus 1 plus 5. This step can be avoided, okay, when you go to solve for your SSC exams. This step is not necessary, directly you can get, but for now I am showing you how you get it. Minus 2x equal to minus 1 plus 5 gives us plus 4. Okay, so then we get minus, and this will cancel, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So we get minus x equal to 2, which we write as x equal to minus 2. Got it? So now we mark this as 4. We've got the value of x. Let's substitute it over here where we said y is equal to x plus 1. So substitute 4 in 3 and we'll get the value of y. So y, instead of x we put minus 2 plus 1. So y is equal to minus 1. Got it? So y we get as minus 1. So this in this problem, first we found out x. Okay, and in this equation we also substituted the equation 2, and the equation that we derived, we substituted it in 1 to get a tentative value of y. Then we went to find out about x. We got x, and once we got x, we substituted it in 3 to get the value of y. So we get x equal to -2 and y equal to -1. So I hope you have understood. Let us solve few more problems on substitution methods in the following videos. Thank you for watching.